कालियाल संग करदा रंग रलीदा कालियाल संग करदा रंग रलीदा हमारा गुंजार फूले फूलवार.
North India wakes up from the chilly winter. It's spring here again. The yellow of mustard flowers covers miles on end. It is now that the joyful celebrations of Basant Panchami will start. There'll be singing and dancing. But few of us would know the fact that Basant is celebrated not only by the Hindus but also by Muslims. And this is not a recent phenomenon. It's been happening for last 800 years or so. It is said that the tradition of Indian Muslims celebrating Basant was started by the Sufis. This is the tomb of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia in Delhi. Hazrat Nizamuddin was one of the most prominent figures of the Sufi order Chishtiya, which began spreading its message of love and equality in India some 800 years ago. How Basant came to be celebrated in these dargahs is an interesting legend. Nizamuddin Aulia had a favorite disciple and companion, Amir Khusro. He is also buried here. Amir Khusro was basically a court poet. Although he composed long Persian poems in praise of kings like Alauddin Khalji and Ghayasuddin Tughlaq, his real love was in his Sufi monastery. The Hindi and Persian songs and couplets that he composed in admiration of his guru, Nizamuddin Aulia, are still sung by the traditional qawwals here.
Auliya tere damane lage, Auliya tere damane lage, Auliya tere damane lage, Auliya tere damane lage.
The legend goes that Hazrat Nizamuddin was once so grieved because of early death of his very favorite nephew Taqiyuddin Nuh that he withdrew himself from everyone for a couple of months, locked inside his room or sometimes sitting near his nephew's grave. Amir Khusro could not bear with his absence anymore and was thinking of ways to cheer him up. One day, Khusro met a few women dressed beautifully, singing and carrying flowers. He asked them what they were up to. The women told him it is Basant Panchami and they're taking the offering of Basant to their god. Khusro was fascinated with this idea. He said, "Well, my god needs an offering of Basant too." And soon after, he dressed himself up like those women, took some mustard flowers and singing the same songs, started walking towards the graveyard, where his peer would be sitting alone. Nizamuddin Aulia noticed some women coming towards him. He could not recognize Khusro. When he realized what was going on, he smiled. And that is exactly what they had been waiting for. Everyone joined in the celebration of Basant. The Sufis and other disciples of Nizamuddin Aulia started singing Persian couplets in praise of spring. After this incident, the celebration of Basant became an annual affair in the Khaniqah or monastery of Nizamuddin Aulia, and subsequently in other centers of Chishti order all over the country.
मेरा ख़्याल है कि खुसरो पहले आदमी हैं सूफियों में बसंत मनाने का रिवाज सूफियों ने हिंदुस्तान में शुरू किया।
I think it is the Sufis who started the tradition of Basant in India in the form of Holi.
अब मशहूर गीत उनका सघन बन फूल रही सरसों और अमवा फूले, टेसू फूले, कोयल बोरे डार डार।
The symbols like mustard and mango in this song are taken from local dialects. Khusro gave it a rhythm and a tone, and it is still sung today.
सुर में बांधा और आज गाया जाता है।
सगन बने फूल रही सरसों, सगन बने फूल रही सरसों, सगन बने फूल रही सरसों, सगन आहे अम्बोबा मोरे टेसो फूल, अम्बोबा मोरे टेसो फूल, कोयल बोले डार डार और गोरी करत सिंगार, मालनिया गढ़वाले आई करे सो, मालनिया मालनिया गढ़वाले आई करे सो, सगन बने फूल रही तरा के फूल लगाए, तरा तरा के फूल लगाए, ले गरबा तन में आए, ले गरबा तन में आए, निजा मोती के दरबार, खाजा निजा मोती के दरबार, खाजा निजा आवन कह गए आशक रंग और बीत गए बरसों, सगन बने फूल की सरसों, सगन बने सगन बने
The tradition of dargahs and khanaqahs began around 11th century when thousands of people from Central Asia, escaping from Mongol invasions, migrated to India. Those who came were soldiers, artists, technicians, poets, and even mystics. Amongst them was one saint, Moinuddin Chishti, who settled himself at Ajmer in Rajasthan and started attracting people by spreading the message of love and peace. After him, his disciples traveled to other corners of India and established many centers of learning and cultural exchange. These khanaqahs were welcome to all, without restrictions of caste or creed. Poor or rich, whoever came here with whatever offering went back more than satisfied, with a happy soul. And this is probably true even today.
संत निज घरे। तो इसको बुजुर्गों की खानकाहों में आज भी लोग पढ़ते हैं।
This Basant song is still sung in the dargahs of saints all over India.
बाराबंकी में, रदौली शरीफ में, लखनऊ में और इलाहाबाद में, काकोरी शरीफ में, ये सारे बसंत अजमेर शरीफ में पढ़े जाते हैं। और ये ऐसी रागनी
Our
थी
saint
कि
was
जो
very
बहुत
fond of these songs.
सरकार बड़ा उसको सुनते थे और खुश होते थे।
Sufis have a long tradition of adapting to the local culture and language of wherever they travel to. Chishti Sufis have also tried to relate to Indian music and other cultural forms without breaking the norms of their own religion. Dargahs and khanaqahs have acted as platforms where a harmonious synthesis of Hindu and Muslim culture could take place. Probably, a disintegrating society of our times needs the spirit of dargahs again.
सकल मन भूल रही सरसों सगल मन अमवा बोरठ फूल कोई करत सगार मलन गण मलय कर दो सगल मन तरह तरह के फूल खिलाए लगन महातर में ले जा मुदी के दरवाजे पे अवन कह गए आशिक रंग और बीत गए बरसों सगल बन भूल नहीं सर भूल नहीं सर भूल नहीं सरसों